Hi guys, it's Ollie again. So, from what I've been seeing around the AWC, there's been a bit of a stigma around NXT UK. It's sort of like the stigma around Impact and Ring of Honor, and the best way I can describe it is nobody cares about the show, so why should I? And you know what, that's kind of a valid point. A lot of the time, nobody cares about something because it's us. But I can confidently tell you that NXT UK is not us. It isn't bad, and it's really good actually. That's what this video is about. I'm basically going to go through some points on why I think NXT UK is actually really good and well worth your time. NXT UK is only 1 hour, and that works perfectly. It manages to structure a great wrestling show in just 1 hour, which other shows fail to do in 2 or 3. The fact that it's 1 hour means the show never drags, and you'd be surprised just how much you can fit into an hour. The show is mostly structured with 1 or 2 matches and a segment before a blockbuster main event. The first 1 or 2 matches aren't meant to be fantastic, but are often a showcase for other talent, and are used to develop a story that may turn into a main event down the line. NXT UK segments are always fun, namely Supernova sessions with Noam Dar, who is always entertaining. But there are loads of other people on the roster who can cut great promos, like Kaylee Ray or Eddie Dennis, for example. And finally, the main events. I'll get into more detail later, but NXT UK main events never miss. You're basically guaranteed a great match at this point in every episode, which is something you can't say for a vast majority of wrestling shows. The NXT UK roster is full of wrestlers that most fans probably don't even know. There's this idea I've seen a lot online that the unpopular thing is always the worst thing, or something like this show with better ratings is better, or this guy I've never heard of is a jobber, stuff like that. But NXT UK genuinely has one of the best rosters in the world. Pretty much because they ripped the entire roster from Progress, and Progress used to be really good. Their main event scene consists of Walter, who in my opinion is in-ring wise the absolute best wrestler in the world, as well as some awesome guys like Tyler Bate, Ilja Dragunov, and Rampage Brown. The women's division is incredibly underrated, with women like Kaylee Ray, Meiko Satomura, Jinny, and Valkyrie. The Heritage Cup scene is great too, consisting of some great technical wrestling with A-Kid on the top. The tag division also has a genuine argument to being WWE's best division, with teams like Pretty Deadly, Gallus, Southwest Subculture. Another thing I love about NXT UK is that every single episode has a match announced beforehand that is important or has high stakes or a story to it. At the time of writing, the last main event was Amir Jordan vs Kenny Williams, a grudge match that was a result of their tag team's breakup 2 weeks earlier. The one before that was Walter vs Rampage Brown for the NXT UK title, self-explanatory. The one before that was Amir and Kenny vs Pretty Deadly for the tag team titles. The one before that was, well, you get my point. There's never a skippable NXT UK the way there is SmackDowns or NXTs. There's always something on the show that will matter in further episodes. Every main event of NXT UK that I've ever watched is at least 3.75 stars. I don't think I can say that for any other wrestling show. It's this consistency that makes me put NXT UK as one of my favourite shows. So I'm going to go over some of these main events that banged. So to start off, Walter vs Ilja Dragunov. You guys already know how good this was, but screw you, I'm bringing it up anyway. This, in my mind, is the best WWE match of 2020. It's so fantastically brutal in a way unlike anything you see. It's Walter literally destroying Dragunov with his bare fucking hands. If watching this match alone doesn't convince you that NXT UK is worth your time, I have no idea what will. This was a match worthy of the main event of an NXT takeover, just sitting on a random episode of the wrestling show nobody watches. The other one I want to talk about is a recent one, and it's Eddie Dennis and Primate versus Southwest Subculture. If Walter vs Dragunov is the best match on NXT UK episode, this one is the most fun. It's not classic or anything, it's just a really fun match from 4 of the most underrated guys in WWE. It's also the first Eddie Dennis match in a while, and that's always great to see. It's actually a grudge match too, with the build starting before COVID even, when Eddie betrayed his mates as he always does. All four of these guys hold their own here in a really fun, violent, and exciting brawl. Also, Mark Andrews does a flip off something really high. I'm not going to go into detail about the rest, but there's been some fantastic matches as well, like Kaylee Ray vs Meiko Satomura in WWE's Best Women's Match of the Year, Jordan Devlin vs Trent Seven in a banger match, and Ilja Dragunov vs Sam Gradwell in a brutal no DQ match that furthered the story of Ilja slowly falling into the darkness. Basically, my point is NXT UK has a great match on there. Every single one has a great match on there. And anyone can be in that great match if the storyline is right. If you get one thing out of this video, please just every week check out what the main event of NXT UK is and watch it. They're literally always good, and a lot of the time the best match of the week from the weekly show. So yeah, I hope I've managed to convince you to give NXT UK a go, or at least watch the main event every week. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm hoping to start releasing videos once a fortnight or something. I've been really busy though, so it's probably not going to fit perfectly into that time frame. Or it's definitely not going to fit perfectly into that time frame. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and now you guys get to see me get bullied for liking NXT UK. Peace.